If you're tired of starting over, then stop giving up. Basically, that boils down to my why. I went from starving myself in high school to deciding that I needed to eat to live, and then packing on the pounds. It wasn't until I had delivered my second child that I finally decided, you know what, I'm really not happy living this way, so I need to do something to make a difference. So I joined TOPS, which is very similar to a Weight Watchers organization, and the structure of TOPS was very conducive to me losing weight. However, I wouldn't stop at any cost. I was willing to do anything. So it didn't matter what I put in my body or if I didn't put anything in my body at all. I was willing to do whatever it took to see that number that I wanted on the scale. To no shock, at the end of that journey, even though I found myself thin, I found myself lacking energy and lacking happiness. So then I was pregnant with my third child, and I thought that the pregnancy I was going to be that cute little mom with that basketball in my belly. But unfortunately, just like with my first two, I packed on the weight even though I was not eating, overeating, or being too crazy, but I did pack on the weight, and I was even working out. So I had my third daughter, and I decided, you know what, I need to do it again. I need to jump right back on. And I did. I went back to TOPS and I lost the weight all over again, but still there was something missing. About a year ago, I decided, you know what, for my New Year's resolution, I decided that I wanted to run a half marathon. And in training for the half marathon, I figured out that I wasn't fueling my body. So I'm a mother of 3. I work a full-time job, and my kids are very active, and I was training for a half marathon, and the energy just wasn't there. So I decided, you know what, maybe I should look at what it is that I'm doing and what I'm feeding myself. I was feeling empowered by the running because I was never a runner, and it gave me a strength that I can't even describe. But then I just didn't feel good, and I knew to keep up with all of the balls in the air, I was going to have to figure it out. So I turned to eating, and I was playing with clean eating, and just really looking at the things that I was putting into my body. So I got through the half marathon, and I decided, you know what, I want to do a full marathon. And in the throes of planning for a full marathon, I realized what I'm really lacking. I'm not lacking motivation. I'm not lacking ability. I knew that I could do those things, but what I was lacking was the knowledge of nutrition. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to go back to school. I already have a master's degree. I'm fully educated, but I decided I'm going to go back to school and get my certified personal trainer. And I wasn't going back to school to get my certified personal trainer to train anybody. I'm perfectly content in my job. But I decided that I needed to go back for me so that I'd have the education, the understanding to know what I need to do to treat my body right. And I'm following that up with a nutrition certificate. So I actually take that test in a week. So Beachbody really seemed to just complement that. It came in at the right time. It seems like I'm really excited for a little bit of accountability, something to hold myself to, but also a tool around a team, a group of people with similar thoughts and ideas and excitement, and then the ability to share that with other people is really exciting for me. What convinced me to finally join Beachbody? I've actually seen it multiple times, but really what convinced me was faith. I feel like it came at the right time. It kept popping up, and it seemed that it just really matched everything that I am, what I think, what I feel, what I believe. And then honestly, I have to say, Dara was really convincing in terms of I asked a lot of questions and I had a lot of concerns and I wanted to tiptoe. I was a little afraid, and she said, it's going to be fine, and here's why. And she explained it. I really believe that if it doesn't challenge you, that it doesn't change you. And that's really my goal. I want to be challenged so that I can be changed. I want to change, even though I'm fit. I'm going to run a marathon in 5 weeks, and I've trained really hard. I still am searching for that tone. I want that look to go with it. I want people to know that I work hard, and you can too. And I feel like this really is going to make that opportunity come available. And I want to inspire others while I grow. Lastly, what do you hope that Beachbody will do for me? Like I said, I hope that it'll provide an opportunity for me to grow, but while I have the opportunity to give people tools and the science behind the tools that are going to help them to find their direction and make them be fit. And then lastly, my top 5 reasons for becoming a coach. I don't know that I'll get to 5, but there's accountability for myself. I want to be a role model for my daughter, for both of my daughters, and to help them in their journey as young women prior to catching up to the things that I put my body through. I want them to have the nutrition and the knowledge so that they can treat their body the way that it deserves to be treated. And lastly, I firmly believe that in any given moment, we have the power to say that this is not the end. This is not how my story is going to end. And I feel like through this opportunity, I will be able to have a hand in helping others to believe that for themselves. I truly look forward to being a part of this Beachbody team.